Hi, I'm Sophie, and welcome to my world. Well, believe it or not, this is Q&A number 26. That's right, 26, 26. Here we go. Without further ado, Q&A number 26. Squishy Toys says, do you draw? Okay, so I do. I doodle. I make funny little pictures. I like to cartoon. But truth be told, I'm not the best when it comes to drawing. I've gotten more into things like Illustrator and Photoshop on my computer, and I've been using that for about the past 15 years. And so really my artwork now is all created via the computer. But when I was a kid, I used to draw all the time. One of my favorite things to do was take my fingerprints and do like little fingerprints and turn them into little characters. I loved doing that. Like I had about 65 different little characters that would do all these different funny things, and they were all little fingerprint guys. So I used to love to draw, but more as I got into adulthood, it became more about doing it with a computer. Squishy Toys also asks, if you were a child, what toy would you like to play with? I know exactly what I would play with. I love those little miniature characters, and I love the little miniature environments that go with them. I am all about that. And the other thing I'm all about is Legos. Like those little Legos that you can make like an entire, I love the ones that are about making a theme park. I mean, I love that kind of stuff. So I like anything that's kind of tiny with a personality. So, and it doesn't matter, you know, it can be a superhero, or it could be a Pokemon, or it could be a My Little Pony. I just like those little tiny things that you can put into environments. Love, 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 love that kind of stuff. When you were a kid, what was your favorite subject? Now this is kind of funny. People are gonna laugh at this answer, especially my parents. When I was a kid, I loved math. Math was my favorite subject. Now, I got to probably about 7th, 8th grade, whenever it switched to like geometry and algebra, then I wasn't so excited about math anymore. And then my love actually turned to literature and English and writing and that kind of stuff. So really though, up until like 6th grade, I was all about the math. I loved fractions, I loved addition, I loved division, which is going to make people who know me very well smile, because now all I ever say is, oh, I'm not a numbers girl. But it's true. When I was a kid, loved math. Squishy Toys also asks, do you like dolls? Well, okay, so here's the thing. As a grown-up, do I like dolls? I think dolls are cool. I'm not a doll person. I'm really much more of a character person. Like I like little things with little personalities. And dolls, I think, are just a little too human for me. I prefer things that are kind of cute and cuddly, like little animal-y kind of a thing. I like those better than like dolls. But I do like those little guys. So if those are considered dolls, then I do like dolls. What was the last lie you told? Okay. Yeah, this is one of those questions where you're like, really? I like it that it's like, I like the question, Squishy Toys, that it's not like, do you lie? But it's like, what was the last lie you told? Because it's like, you're just acknowledging the fact that, yeah, we all lie in our everyday life. They give you little white lies. I am known for telling a lot of little white lies, and mostly because of the business that I'm in. I'm a party planner, and when I go to an event and my vendor is late, and they show up and they're like, oh, I'm so sorry, I hope I didn't make your life stressful. Well, of course it made my life stressful. And I'm like, no, it's all good. Here's where you're gonna set up, everything's fine, let's just make sure you're set up in time. You know, I'm always having to make everything perfect. So a client will come to me and go, are we gonna be ready in time? Is this gonna happen? Is everything gonna be good? Are we gonna have a good party? And my whole job is to say, absolutely, this is gonna be the best party ever. Your kids are gonna love this party. We're gonna have so much fun. Meanwhile, inside I might be going, ah! And like literally pulling my hair out. But outside, I have to present this very, you know, calm, put together, totally cool exterior. So, Squishy Toys, basically, I'm always telling little white lies. And that's just because I want my clients and the people that I work with to feel good. It's me taking the stress. My business is called Sophie's Stress-Free Soirees. And as my husband Scott always says, it's stress-free for everyone but me. That's my job. What is your dream life? My dream life. My dream life is a life where I get to do what I do with anyone and everyone, and I don't have to worry about money, and I don't have to worry about paying for bills, but that I can just go into a school or a library or take a big yellow van and open up the windows and have the kids come over and make art with me, have fun with me and laugh with me, chat with me, tell me what's going on in their day, connect with people through art without having to worry about how are we going to pay the mortgage, how are we going to pay for gas. That's my dream life. My dream life is being able to do what I do every single day without the concerns of reality, basically. That got maudlin all of a sudden. Who inspires you? Okay, there's so many people who inspire me every single day. There are kids that I work with every day that inspire me. There are teachers that inspire me. I think if you want like a name, J.K. Rowling inspires me. I love what she does. I love that she writes. I love the way she writes. I love all the work that she does outside of it, all of her philanthropic stuff. There's so many people who inspire me. But, you know, if I was to say, I mean, in my daily life, my husband inspires me, my sister inspires me, my assistant Tori inspires me, my assistant Jane inspires me, my office worker Stephen inspires me. I have so many people who inspire me. But, you know, if you wanted a name, I would say let's go with J.K. Rowling because I think she's amazing. I love her. If you could trade lives with one person for one day, who would it be? That's a really interesting question. You're not going to like this answer. I don't think I would want to trade my life with anybody, and I'll tell you why. I like holding on to the veneer and the image of somebody else's life being wonderful and perfect for them. And I know that if I was to step into somebody's shoes, I'd find out all the little things that make their life hard. And I think then it would ruin my image of them. I think it would ruin my dream of them. And I'd prefer to keep my fantasy and my dreams because it just makes me happier. So I guess you're not going to like that answer, but there's my answer. I don't think I would trade with anybody for a day. I'd like to meet certain people. Like I'd love to see Da Vinci, you know, I mean, if I could go back in time and stuff. But I wouldn't want to be them. I think I'd rather just be who I am and meet those people instead. Alternatively Chic with 2 eyes says, have you ever been offered a TV show? And if so, would you accept it if you did? So here's the deal. This whole YouTube thing that we do now, 500 videos in, all started because somebody said to me, you should put together a pilot for PBS. And so that's actually what we did. We started doing videos by with the intention of putting together a PBS-like show. It didn't go anywhere, but when we did it, it opened up the possibilities of doing things like YouTube. And so that's how we actually got started in doing what we do now. Now, that being said, I do make a monthly appearance on Sack & Co. So I have a little TV show to my credit. And I go up there and I'm their monthly craft advisor, which is awful fun. So I go to Sacramento to do that. And that's a blast. And we have a whole bunch of those links in our YouTube if you ever want to watch those, catch those. Those are really fun. But if I was offered a television show, I think that'd be super fun as long as it was something that was positive. I've been offered been offered like spots on the like My Sweet 16 kind of a thing where you go in, but for younger children, they had a whole series that was out. It didn't last very long, but that's not me, because what they want to do is they want to make the clients look bad. They want to make the children look bratty, and that kind of stuff is not for me. So if it was a positive television show, absolutely. If it was funny and it was fun, yeah, I'd totally be into that. I'd love to do voiceover stuff. That would be super fun, like a cartoon or something like that. That would be so much fun. Kyle _72002 KAHD, goodness, how do you remember that when you have to plug that into your computer every day, asks, do you read all the comments? Absolutely. Every comment that comes to my YouTube, I read it, and I have to okay it. So I have to verify it before it goes up onto the site. So yes, I read every single one. And then Kyle also asks, when a comment is replied to, do you personally reply, or is someone else doing it for you? That's a really great question, because I know that a lot of people don't have the time to answer. I make sure that I do answer every single YouTube comment. Now here's the deal. Sometimes somebody will say, I love this craft, and I'll give it a thumbs up. That's my way of saying, hey, thank you. It's awesome that you responded. Thanks for the comment, kind of a thing. I always give them a thumbs up or a like. But as far as like writing comments, those always come from me. Those always are from me. Now, I also have other social media. I have Twitter, and I have Facebook, and all of that kind of stuff. And the thing about that is it's just, it's too much. Pinterest, it's just too much. I don't have time for all that. So I actually have somebody, a really wonderful woman named Irina, who handles all of that for me. And she basically just, you know, she takes things that I say and she puts them into context on those social media platforms, because I just can't do it all, not with a full-time business. But I do every single YouTube. So if you want to leave me a comment down below, I will respond to you, and it'll be me. Ella F says, all the kids that help in the videos, like Connor, how did you find them? Well, here's the deal. These are all kids that are somehow connected to my life. They've either been a client, like Hannah was a client, Connor was a client, who have become actually good friends over the years. So we've got, you know, a whole bunch of kids. Frankie, who comes on, is actually the niece of my assistant, my old assistant, Annette, and she's fabulous. We love her. Liam is actually a kid who watched my videos and came to one of my workshops. He traveled like 4 hours to come to one of the workshops, and we got to chatting and sitting down and talking, and he told me he loves the video process and he would love to be in a video, and so we invited him down to be in a video. And it's kids that I know, it's kids that I meet, it's kids that show interest, that are local. I'm in San Francisco, so you have to be local, because we don't do this for pay. We do this for free, so we can't fly anybody in, and we can't pay them for their time, even though we would love to do that. But you know, all of this is gratis, so it has to be somebody who lives in town, or at least is close by, or willing to travel here. So we put a lot of people in that we find through the classes and through workshops and things like that. But a lot of them have some sort of connection to us through friends or family or clients, that kind of thing. And that brings us to the end of Q&A number 26. So remember, if you enjoy these Q&As, give us a thumbs up. Let us know how you feel, or if you've got any other questions, in the comments down below. And you know now that I do answer them, as Kyle asked the appropriate question, so you would know that. For more stuff, come and check us out at Sophie-World.com.